Welcome gamers, welcome back to Gamers Bay. It's Daniel, and today we're going to take a look at Taito's classic arcade racing slash vehicle combat game from back in 1988 called Chase HQ. So the first thing to really note about this game is that developers took on a really unique and innovative approach to mixing racing with a vehicle combat-like scenario, where players ram their opponents with their vehicles to win. Now, the game took on a buddy cop-like scenario, think Starsky and Hutch, where players took on the role of Officer Tony Gibson, who along with his partner Raymond Brody, chased down a series of criminals in high-speed pursuits in a bid to bring them to justice. At the beginning of each round, a police dispatcher named Nancy at HQ headquarters informs the pair of officers of their next criminal targets, and players have up to 70 seconds to come into contact with their assailants, and another 70 seconds to actually defeat them. Now, the time limits are variable, between 60, 65, and 70 seconds, depending on the settings in the BIOS of the game itself. Now, you also have a turbo boost feature, which is honestly really useful for catching up to the bad guys if you're thrown off course and happen to wipe out, which does happen from time to time, and I definitely did it a few times in this video. Now, the player's vehicles sport a two-speed automatic transmission with upshifting, a very useful feature when encroaching upon steep turns. And the game boasted similar parallax scrolling-like effects as those seen in Sega's Outrun, although the controls in Chase HQ don't really feel as intuitive, and the stage scenes are hardly as detailed, to be honest. And so players are tasked with defeating 5 wanted criminals within the game itself, and each has their own unique vehicle. They're all just wanted for different things. One is a slasher from Idaho named Ralph, another is an armed robber named Carlos, then you have a gang of Chicago pushers, the LA kidnapper, and of course the Eastern Bloc spy. And some of the vehicles in the game, you have the Lotus Esprit, a Lamborghini Countach, a Porsche 911 Turbo, Ferrari 288 GTO, and of course there's a red Porsche 928 Carrera, and they all look really pretty cool, to be honest. And something else to note is that the same exact style of gameplay was really adopted by a lot of other developers over time, such as was the case with, say, Sega's AB Cop, which came out just 2 years later in 1990. It was basically the same thing. You were ramming your opponents to wipe them out. And now there were a lot of ports of this game across numerous consoles and computers, including the Game Gear, the TurboGrafx 16, Game Boy, and Famicom, among others. And of course, there was also a number of licensed ports to the Ocean as well, for a number of computers, including the Commodore 64 and Amiga computers, the Atari ST, the ZX Spectrum, Amstrad, CPC, among others. Now, the game was considered a commercial success, becoming a staple in the classic arcades of the late 80s and early 90s, coupled with rave reviews from critics alike. And I can tell you from experience, having grown up in the 80s and 90s with the classic arcades, that this was a very popular game. It was not as popular as, say, Taito's Operation Wolf or anything like that, but it was definitely well known, and it was in all of the larger arcades. This was not one of the games that you would have found in, say, a bar or a pizza parlor or a restaurant. But it wasn't all the bulk of the larger arcades, the mall arcades, etc. So anyways, that is Chase HQ. What did you think about this game? Have you played this before? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please do consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing to stay up to date with our latest videos. So, and one last thing to note here is that there was actually a couple of sequels to this game. You had I believe was, I can't remember what year it was it came out. It was 1992, Super Chase Criminal Termination. And then in 2007, you had Chase HQ2, which is kind of funny because technically speaking, Chase HQ2 is actually the third installment in the series, not the second. But anyways, that is Chase HQ. If you like this video, again, please do consider giving a thumbs up. I am going to go ahead and tune out now, and I'm going to continue to play through the game. You are totally welcome to continue to watch, and until next time, take care.
Nancy, we got the suspect in our sights. Over. Too bad we have to fasten that machine now. Oh man! Bear down. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of selling drugs.
This is Nancy at State's headquarters. We've got an emergency here. The LA kidnapper is speeding towards the outskirts of town in a blue two-seater. Over.
Gotcha, Nancy. Giddy up, boy. Great. Giddy up, boy. Sights. Over. Okay, we got him fast, Mr. Driver. Oh man! Bear down. More. Push it more. Please. Oh man! Bear down. More. Push it more. Please. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of kidnapping.
This is Nancy at State's headquarters. We've got an emergency here. The Eastern Block 5 from Washington is fleeing towards the suburbs. The target vehicle is unknown. Over.
Roger. Let's go, Mr. Driver.
Special Investigation Airborne. The target vehicle has turned left up ahead. Over.
Roger. Hold on, man. Punch the pedal. Yo!
Time's up.
Nancy, we got the suspect in our sights. Over. Now we show what this machine can do. Oh man! They're down. More. Push it more. Please. Oh man! More. Push it more. Please. Oh man! They're down. More. Please. Oh man! They're down. More. Push it more. Please. Oh man! They're down. Okay. You're under arrest on suspicion of espionage and first-degree murder.
This is Case Special Investigation Chief, Amos. I want to congratulate you on a great job. I hereby record your heroism and will remember it for a long time to come. For completing 5 missions without a flaw, bless you, Perfect Chaser.